Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky on Monday the 25th of September. Do you realise it was all of my sister's birthdays for the month of September and I absolutely forgot everyone's?
Oh no.
Absolutely forgot everyone's.
They didn't register for gifts.
It only reminded me yesterday when I was looking at my calendar and I'm thinking to myself, gee, this month's gone fast. And I was thinking, I'm surprised I've had no birth. And then it dawned on me. And then I felt really bad.
Aw. Well, my brothers always forget my birthday.
Do they?
Yeah, it's perfectly
My
fine.
brother always calls me on my birthday.
The one that didn't want you to go to the wedding?
No, his wife didn't want to be a bridesmaid.
I was going to say, that's nice of him. How was your weekend, dear?
My weekend
Did you go away?
Yeah, I went back home to see my parents in Ohio. That was nice. I introduced them to the Whole Foods flight night, so we went there. Oh my
goodness. There's a Whole Foods there that you
Yeah, they do it at all the Whole Foods, the $6 flight nights. That was great.
Well,
I also saw the Kingsman movie, and there's
What's
a big
it like?
Kentucky connection.
Oh, there is?
In
Is there
that
really?
Devious Bourbon, so it
Really?
was pretty good. Yeah, it was cool.
Very cool.
I didn't realise that.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
Oh,
Go
what'd
see
you
it.
do?
I was surprised.
Just hung out at home.
Okay.
Not a whole lot.
I got you. Well, I've been watching that Veep show. You know Veep with Julianne Dreyfus?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's her name.
Julia Louis.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's bloody funny. Do you know what I mean?
A few episodes. I've only seen a few, but
Well,
they're really funny.
She won so many awards again at the Emmys, and I thought, I've got to watch that show.
Yeah, I was
It
thinking
sort
that
of
too.
gets you in, and the best thing about it, everyone, is it's only half hours. So I like that. So I'm not committing too long of a time.
Right.
After I've watched about 4 or 5, I think it's time to get up, because when you watch an hour of a show and you binge, the whole day's gone.
Pretty
Agree?
much. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, you ready to get going?
Yeah, let's do it.
You two seem flat today.
Oh, we don't want a cloud on your star
That's
shining
right.
so bright.
That's
shining so
right.
bright
Oh,
today.
sure. Hey, I want to talk to you, and you tell me whether these should be a hit or a miss at a wedding.
Okay.
And we're talking about the
Okay.
latest trends when it comes to hipster weddings. Now, of course, all the wedding venues want you to have the biggest and the best of what you can do, and also there's lots of extra money that they charge for these sorts of things. So I wanted to bring you up the first one that I think, I don't know whether they're such a good thing for a wedding. Chocolate fountains. Do you think you should still be having these
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
at a wedding?
Any event ever,
Yeah.
always appropriate.
I mean, at home, I would put
Yeah.
one in my living room.
Pre-show meeting, anytime.
Really?
Always
Okay.
yes.
All right, so I'm just saying these could be me putting
Okay.
my 2 cents worth.
Okay.
But they charge you for all these extra add-ons.
I wonder if you could get some Baileys in the chocolate.
No.
Well, see, the thing
Nice.
is I just think when you get a little tipsy at a wedding, you get a bit messy with the food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those fountains that are hanging around,
But usually those kind of come out at the end as people are sort of
do.
leaving
as you're
anyway.
drunk. Oh. Do you know what I'm like?
Well, you know, it's more of the beginning of the wedding, I think, you know. I mean, toward the middle to end, I mean, you
Okay.
know, it's
All
time
right.
to dance and have fun.
Candy buffets. Again, this is a wedding?
Uh-huh.
I thought that was more for a baby shower. And you, let's remember, everyone, you're not marrying Willy Wonka.
Right?
So do you really think that, like, that would cost a lot of money?
It would, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want it at my wedding, but I think it's cool. I would definitely
think it-
indulge in
yeah.
someone else's wedding.
Exactly.
Okay, I got
Exactly.
you. This I can't cope with, but I'm sure it's up someone's. Goldfish in a bowl.
No, this is weird.
That's a bit weird, right?
No, I kind of like it, actually.
Really?
I do kind of like it.
$190.
Speaking of drunk
Yeah.
people, though, what happens when they knock over
yeah,
the fish?
it's $190
dangerous. I don't like
per
it.
goldfish in the bowl per
What?
table. Yeah, you heard me. You can get $40 worth of flowers.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I could walk down
And-
to Walmart and get
Exactly.
goldfish. And
But just remember, most of the oldies love to take home the table bouquets.
Yes, they
Agree?
do.
So
They
now
do.
they're going to be walking out with a goldfish under their arm.
I think it looks fun. I think it's different.
This I cannot cope with.
This is my favorite one.
Oh, it's disgusting. A donut wall.
Yes, yes,
Why
yes.
is it appropriate?
I went to a wedding that had this, and it was amazing. It wasn't really set up like a wall. It was a beautiful display that had different
Yeah, but
donuts
that's
around.
different.
But it was just donuts, and you would walk up and pick the donut that you wanted. It was amazing.
Okay, I got you.
The thing I don't understand is what about the cake? Isn't that the purpose of the cake? Is
Well,
having
there's
that
icing,
as
icing
dessert?
less cakes. I didn't put that up because it was
Yeah.
the actual middle of the cake without any icings on it.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, just looks cheap.
Yeah.
Not the latest trend, but here's another one, which I just can't cope with, even though I like to eat it. Mashtini bars. It's mashed potato.
Yeah, these are cool.
What weddings do you go to?
I love these little gimmicky things. I love
do you
it.
really like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Mashtini, what is?
There's mashed
It's
potatoes
mashed
and
potato
martini.
or mashed potato and pumpkin.
But why? I mean, is this
Well, then you
for,
go down
like,
the bar and you can put stuff on your mashed
Yeah,
potatoes.
so
It's
it's
like a
like-
walk-in little hors d'oeuvres, and you come
Yeah,
in
at
and they'll
the
have
end-
a fun little thing.
Okay.
Well,
all
here's the
right.
thing, like at the end of a wedding or a big Italian function,
Yeah.
normally around about 11 o'clock, they bring out the big condiments of ham and pastrami's and all sorts of things. This would come out at about 11 o'clock as well
Okay.
to sort of soak up the alcohol. That's what I'm thinking it's
Gotcha,
for.
gotcha. And it's kind of, it's instead of having a potato, a baked potato bar, you know what I mean? It's like the
There's them?
mashtini bar.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
baked
basically a
potato
baked potato bar.
Yeah. I mean, that's
You're
what
just
it sounds
putting in a
like.
martini.
And you kind of put the cheese and sprinkle whatever, you know,
Okay,
little
here's
onions or
something else that I don't like. Signs that imply the groom doesn't actually want to get married. Having a little groomsman walk around, last chance to run. I don't see that. These are things I think are weird for a wedding.
I think it's kind of
Is
cute.
it just me?
I think it's kinda
Okay,
cute.
and this is what I can't stand. Don't put it up. Oh, you put it up. Bridal cowgirl boots. You should not be wearing them unless you're an actual cowgirl. I see my friends in New York or in Sydney, and they've got these cowboy boots on.
Yeah.
I'm like, you've never been on a horse in your life.
Is the theme of the wedding kind
It's
of
not the
a
point.
cowgirl?
It's not
I'm
the
just
point.
asking a question. But you know, I mean,
I like
to each
it.
their own. You know,
Okay.
if she wants cowboy boots, if she wants military boots, I don't care what she's wearing.
Wow.
No boots, no
I'm
shoes.
just-
Yeah,
I'd
barefoot.
leave if the bride walked up the aisle with no
That
shoes
would be
on.
fine by me if you left. I would take your donut and your mashtini.
And mashtini.
And not
How do
miss
you
you.
get, Troy, I have to ask you, how do you get through life?
Yeah.
Because
do
you
you
have a
mean?
lot of rules and restrictions and
judgments.
along the way.
Do you
How
think they're judgments or just personal preferences?
Okay, let's call them
There's a
personal.
difference.
Let's call them
A
personal
judgment is when you make it
preferences.
on someone by saying, you know, I'll think about what a judgment will be.
Well, you're judging the girls in New York wearing cowboy boots.
Yes.
That's not your
And
preference.
they've never
You're
been
not
on
a girl
horse.
in New York.
They've never been on a horse, remember?
You're not a girl in
Remember
New
that
York.
comes out
Let's move along to the next topic, will we? Dig for a bone, Katie. Dig for a bone. Okay. Okay, let's talk about when one child is enough. And this is the topic that you're talking about when it comes to what?
Just parenting in general. This was interesting. I saw a blog online. A woman was arguing that one child is enough. You don't need any more than one child. And she says that people often have more than one child because they feel pressures by society or other family members. And I kind of wanted your take, Lisa. Obviously, you have 2 children.
Yeah.
How did you decide that? Or did
We-
you ever think of just one?
No, you know what? I mean, we were perfectly happy with Jack being the one, and if I never did get pregnant again, we were totally content with that. But we did want to try to have another child. I don't know really why. I mean, we just felt that it would be nice to have 2 children. They can play together, have brothers that they can, or brother, sister, but, we didn't know what Harrison was going to be. But having a sibling for the other child going through life, because eventually Doug and I aren't going to be here, and it's, I feel like it's a good support system also through life. So having a sibling was kind of.
And how many siblings do you and Doug have?
I have 3 brothers, and Doug has 1 sister.
Okay.
Okay.
And and it's crazy having siblings, and probably would have been a nice thing to be just the only child, but
I
sometimes.
always think that too. I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy being one of 4.
Yeah, really?
No. So I don't want that many kids. I mean, of course, I love all my siblings. And
Right.
It's great now.
Right, but as a kid, it is hard. I get
No,
you.
I didn't. I really didn't. I know so many people that all love it. So I was wondering what you thought, Troy, because you also have a bunch of
One of
siblings.
6.
Yeah.
I'm one of 4. I didn't like it, and people shy away from saying that. Oh, it's so great. I love everyone. No.
Yeah, but you also
I
just-
love everyone, but I didn't like it.
Just
Yeah.
remember, you can't pick your family.
Right.
You can pick your friends. And I have some of my closest friends are closer to me than my own family. So, I don't really care whether there's 1 or 17. My mother has 14 brothers and sisters. Nice Italian girl family.
Yeah.
So it's huge.
Did you like when they were younger?
No.
Were you close with your siblings at all at that point?
No.
You all just, well, you had a big
Yeah.
kind of a ranch.
And it's not
farm
because I
type thing.
don't, like you said, particularly, I just don't have anything in common with them.
That's
know
how
what I
I
mean?
feel about
They all still live on the
Wow, that's
farms in Australia, and I moved to the city, and I also went to boarding school.
But
and-
even as a child, you still felt that way
yeah.
when you were younger?
Yeah, I always felt growing up that I wasn't meant to be part of that family, and I don't the word hate, and I'm not judging them, but I just never felt like I was meant to be there,
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
and not
So, have you ever thought of if you had decided to have children at any point in your life, how many you would want? You never wanted kids.
I'm flat out looking after myself,
Okay.
and I have a team of people that take care of me. Like, please.
Well, it was
Do you
interesting,
know what I mean?
how you brought up you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. But in this context, these people are taking their childhood and they are choosing their family, how many family members they would want.
Yeah.
2 kids, 3
Yeah.
kids, 4 kids. I don't want more than 2 kids.
Yeah.
But I think, but that's based off my experience of 4, and I didn't like it. But I also have friends that had 5 siblings, and they want 10 kids because
Yeah,
they had a
but
great experience.
I
Yeah.
think here's the most important thing is, and whether this is me being judgmental again, I think you should have the amount of children that you can financially afford to
Okay.
take care of
Yeah.
and give them a life that you would like them to have. And that's, I think, the most fiscal responsible parents you could have.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Okay, so let's move on to household chores saves lives.
Yes,
What the?
yes, I know. Gardening, doing the wash, doing the basic house cleaning. What they found, there was a research that was done at McMaster University in Canada, and what they found was doing physical household chores 5 times a week for a half an hour decreases your risk of death by 28%.
Oh.
Wow.
And it reduces your risk of heart disease by 20%.
Right.
I thought this was really interesting. And
Gee, my housekeeper must be as fit as a fiddle. Right.
well, and I know that you do have a housekeeper,
Yeah.
and and you're trying to lose weight right now. And I remember us talking about that, and I was like, you know what? Don't you give me that eye? I saw that.
There's no eye.
There's an eye. Look. But if you can do some of the physical chores around your house, that can help reduce calories and ultimately keep you in shape.
I go grocery shopping.
So, yeah,
I do that.
that's good. That's very physical.
Listen,
too.
let me just tell you people, I choose to do that way
Yeah.
because I don't want to have to cook and clean and do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd rather go without on something else
Yeah.
and have someone look after me at home. Do you know what I mean? There's something that I will not buy so I can then have.
Right,
and,
right.
And Terry, she's such a perfect woman that comes into my house every week, and I messaged her the other day and said, hey, I bought a new table. Could you organise someone to put it all together? She did it.
Oh, did
It
she
was
really?
brilliant. I just thought, I can't even do
But
that
think of how many
myself.
calories you would have burned
I
when
know.
you put it together.
I know. So that's,
Exactly.
I mean, really, and I just think it's interesting because a lot of times I think people think that they have to go to the gym, that they have to go and burn these calories to get into shape and
Yeah,
lose
but you
weight.
go to the gym too.
I do both though. I do take care of all the chores. I don't have a cleaner that comes. I don't, I do the housework at my house, and I'm glad to do it, but it is very physical. And I remembered one of my friends in Nashville when I lived there, she had a housekeeper and everything, but she constantly was complaining about not being in shape and not being fit. And I was like, do your own housework. I mean, that in itself, vacuuming alone is a chore. I mean, it really is. Katie, what do you think about this? I mean, do you do a lot of your own physical,
Yeah, I mean, I just
housework
do
and
everything on my own, but I just live in a one bedroom
bedroom, yeah.
apartment, so it's easy.
1
but I
hour.
also 1 hour a week maybe. But I wonder if it's like the chicken before the egg, because a lot of people that I know that are really fit and take that seriously are very like type A and active,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
always cleaning. So
Yeah.
maybe those people who are always cleaning are healthier because of other choices that go along with it in their lives.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I probably eat a lot better than Katie and I.
Yeah.
It
I
is
eat
what it is.
horrible, I can tell you that.
Tell us what you think. Head over to our Facebook page, Midday Kentucky, and tell us whether you like a bit of a housekeeping chore or not. Recently, I had the chance to surprise, one of my biggest fans. We'll take a look after the break, everyone. You're watching Midday Kentucky. It's very funny.